We are with Chuck, and he is the bread guy here in Grafton. That's a proof right there.
Proof there,
right.
Yeah.
So give us the history of the shop.
I was a school principal, and the last school I was in, I put into hibernation just when COVID hit. And then the next year they were like, okay, we're going to do this and all these things. We're going to do alternate learning, And I kind of went, oh, I'm done. I was like at 59 and a half. So I was looking for something to do. But COVID, like you can't go like work somewhere. So and I had always made bread for the family. And so I started making bread, but I made it for friends. And then people were like, can you make more? Somebody posted on Facebook that I made bread. And then the Board of Health caught up with me because they said, you got to be legal. So I did the whole thing, and I created the name, and we baked out of my house for 2 years. And so we were cottage industry, where we just did farmers markets and then order line, but it got very, very popular. Jay Cummings, the superintendent, he approached me and he said, we're looking to move the 18 to 22-year program out of the schools and into something. You want to do a partnership. And so we partnered. I run the bread side of it, and the other guy that was here, Sean, runs the special education part of it. And so we create opportunities for kids to learn how to do retail, do a little baking with me, work with, my staff is great with them. The kids are great. And beyond that, I like making bread, and I really like making bread makes people really happy.
Yeah.
And as a principal, you don't really make a lot of people happy.
Probably not.
So now I make a lot of people happy on that. So it's good. But now I'm working harder than I ever did as a principal.
I bet. Yeah. So you opened the shop here when?
About in March, it will be 3 years.
Okay.
So yeah, we're on almost going on our third year. So that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is there one thing that you specialize in?
Bread.
Just any kind of bread?
No, well, sourdough bread.
Sourdough.
Sourdough bread is what our niche is that we make almost all our bread is sourdough. We make a few types of bread that are not sourdough. Yeah, we make like around 200 loaves a day, and then we expanded into making some pastries, and then we expanded into making some savory rolls, then we expanded into making breakfast, and it's gotten, we've added more and more product. But when we opened, it was bread and cinnamon rolls, and that's it.
And Thursday is what?
Thursday's pizza day. Woohoo! Right?
All right.
We make 1 day a week, we make sourdough pizza.
What do you think sets you apart from other bakeries? I mean, sourdough is big now, but everybody told us we needed to come and talk to you.
Our bread has to ferment for 12 to 14 to 24 hours. And that process changes the gluten, it's better for your gut, it's better, all that. But it's also real bread, okay?
Yeah.
We have so many European customers now. The Europeans have found out that we make bread. We've really taken the time to try to use really good flour. What we don't use is full organic because it's so expensive. And it would make a loaf of bread cost prohibitive. I'll tell you the other thing too is we sell our Italian sourdough, which is a blended yeast sourdough, for $6, and then a regular loaf of Italian bread. I think it's at price points that are really accessible. Now, if you're going to get the chocolate honey sourdough, it's going to be expensive because chocolate is crazy expensive right now. So,
yes.
And some of the things that have more ingredients in them and more expensive ingredients, we raise price. But you should be able to come in here and get a loaf of bread. Like a homemade fresh loaf of bread that we made daily every day, that, you should be able to get that at a good price point. That's one price point. Fresh bread, uniquely sourdough is the other part. And then, and I think the last part, very much so, is that we really focus on customer service and it's a warm place that smells really good and that everybody's really nice. It's been such a great journey. Really has, and I'm so humbled by this whole thing. Never thought that I was going to be that. I'm not a business person either. This is not what I do for a living. I was at school. I was a manager, and now we're running this business, and it's fun. We're having a great time and keeping it fun.
Well, you certainly reinvented yourself. That's for sure.
I've done it a couple of times, But yeah, my wife says that all the time. She says, "It's about time for you to change your career completely," right? So I was a soldier for a long time, for 6 years. I'm a veteran, and then I came back, I was a teacher, and then I went from a teacher to a principal, and I didn't even go the steps. I went from being a teacher to a principal.
Are you the only baker, or do you have...
No. Well, it used to be. When I started, it was me and one person that worked out front, and then now we're up to 9 people, and we run 3 shifts. We run we run an overnight shift that does a lot of the pastries, and then I come in at like 2 o'clock and we make bread. And I have somebody that helps me make bread because it's getting to be a lot, you know. And then so we have 3 people that do the bread. Like Andrew, that he was in there before. He makes the savory rolls and the rolls and a few other things. And we have breakfast sandwiches. That all gets done in the morning. But like muffins, things like that, they start at like 6 o'clock and they go to like 2 in the morning. And the next, I come in at 2, and I go, well, I stay on forever. That's just me. And then the crew that you just saw in there that was making all the noise, they make dough. And they come in at 12 and they work till 6, and they make all the dough for the day. And then it's actually a day. They're making the dough for tomorrow, not for, you know.
Yeah.
And then, so we have some time for it to ferment.
What hours are you open?
We're open 7 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night, Tuesday through Friday. And then on Saturday, we open 8 to 1. And then we close on Sundays, and I get a lot of flack for that. Like people are like, you should be open. It's a bakery on Sundays. And I'm like, it's one day my wife is off, that I'm off, and that my daughter is off. So
yeah,
we decided that we were not going to work on that day. And then because sourdough is a 24-hour process, we can't open on Monday because we have no dough, right?
Yeah.
So we have to make dough on Monday for Tuesday.
Your pastries, do you do those from scratch, the lamination and the whole thing?
Everything, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
make our own puff pastry. We make our own. I should say we mostly make all our own puff pastry. There's sometimes that we're short on time and we'll buy the puff that you can get from the freezer, and it's
because that's a long process.
It is.
Too.
And so we make croissant too.
Is there something special that you make for Christmas?
I think we make Christmas cookies. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And they're all the ones that Grandma used to make. So there's a date pinwheel, there's a snickerdoodle in there. There's a, it's not the. Sometimes you get Christmas cookies and they're all like sugar cookies and they're good, but or you get like the Italian ones or the butter cookies or whatever, and they're all good. I'm not saying anything's not good. The theme of it was, when we created this, was if it wasn't something that Grandma used to make, then it's not going in the box, So
Very
3-layer Italian cookies, the rainbow cookies, and we do an orange cookie with icing that my grandmother made that I really, and every time we do it, they're like, these are so hard. I'm like, no, they have to be in the box.
Biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge is just to keep it going, just to to keep it fresh. Our mission is great bread equals great happiness. That's it.
Love it.
And if everything we do, and I even say, you'll hear me like in the back talking to people, and like they're like, what do you think of this? I'm like, great bread equals great happiness. Is that great bread? Is it going to make people happy? That you can answer those questions, then we'll put it on the menu.
Excellent.
Right? So that's what we do. So
What do you like most about this business?
I really like everything about it. Like I really do. Like I love the fact that we have like these steady customers and that people getting to know people, and I love that part. My favorite part of the day is at 2 o'clock in the morning when it's just me and the bread.
So how can we help you today?
Well, let's play with pretzels. They will be fun.
Let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Andrew's much better at this than I am.
Well, he's faster. That's the trade-off.
He's like, he makes them all look good. So here's what we're gonna do. These are already weighed out. They're about 100 and something grams. Okay. We have a thing that cuts them all even, so it's a fun process too. But I thought we'd skip that. So you put your hands towards the center of the thing, and you work them out. Okay. And you try to keep the tube as even as possible without getting too much on the ends. All right. And then they should be about, when you put your hands down flat on the counter, about that length. Okay. And then you just take the 2 ends like this, and you spin it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what you do.
You were doing fine until you told me about the spinning part. Okay.
So I'll show it to you. It's actually way less complicated than you think. Okay. I was just showing off, just so you know. All right. So what happens is it just goes around once like that, and then you drop your things. So it looks like a lot. If you don't know this spin, we make fun of you, just so you know. All right. No, that's all right. You're not an employee, I won't make
And then go like that.
You got a twist, yeah.
Spin it one more time. And then it's the same thing.
You can walk
Spread
us
it out
through it,
again.
or walk.
They actually get cooked twice.
Do they? What?
They get cooked twice, and I'll show you this in a second. No anacondas. Okay.
Anytime now, Marcia.
No, you said this hard.
Yeah, you're good. I think.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just making fun of you.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. You ready?
Now,
All right.
I'm gonna take both
Both
ends.
ends, right? And then you're gonna give it a twist.
Like that?
And a little more, yeah. Twist it again. Yeah, one more twist. And then you put the ends in.
Oh, it's not as bad as I
Yeah.
thought.
All right.
There,
And
now
then
there
what we're gonna
goes.
do is,
You
once you
squish
got it there, we just want to stretch it out a little bit. Okay? And that's a pretzel.
Oh, I make breadsticks sometimes, so I do this.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good amount?
Maybe a little longer. That's good. All right. And then, yeah, so it's just a little. So one end, like, around. That's it. So right now, this is a half batch.
Did I do that right? No.
Let me see. Yeah, you got the, let me see, you got the twist. Yeah.
Got 2 twists. Oh, that's it?
Yeah. See how it just rolled it? It was there.
Okay.
And then we just put it like that.
So what
And
did
then
you-
our last step of this is that we let them sit on the counter for like 5 to 7 minutes or so. And
Okay.
all dough it gets tense, and then
Gets what?
it gets tense. It
Tense?
like the gluten gets tight, and then once you let it sit for a little while, it relaxes.
Relaxes,
Okay.
yeah.
And the relaxing part of it, once it relaxes just a bit, we'll take it like Andrew, like this is one of the earlier ones, right? And then we do a little bit of a stretch so that they get to be full-size pretzels.
Okay.
All right. And then when we put them on our thing, we're gonna let them probably proof for another. What do you think? Another 45 minutes or so for these?
Probably about that.
Yeah. And then they get really nice and poofy, and we put them in the oven for 10 minutes, okay, at 450 degrees. And all we're looking for is that they just brown a little bit on the tops, like just the tips here. And then
Okay.
when we're done, we put them in the freezer, okay? We let them cool, and then we put them right in the freezer because, and I'll show you this next part. All right, this is starter, by the way.
Oh, wow.
All right,
That's
so
a
this
lot
is
of starter.
well, we do 6 of these a day.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So you can see this is really nice and active. The bubbles, like,
Yes.
doesn't that look good?
Oh, yeah.
So
What?
there's flour, water, yeast,
There's no yeast.
No yeast.
no yeast.
No,
Yeah.
sourdough doesn't have yeast in
Yeah,
it.
sourdough is a
true.
natural yeast. Yeah,
All right, so it's water, flour.
that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. Wow.
And more starter. This is what the pretzels look like after you take them out of the oven, right?
After the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is the first 10 minutes, and if you look at them, see the tips are just a little bit brown. That's
Yeah,
what we were
that's
looking
you
for,
said.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when they're like that, so then we're gonna take these and we're gonna dip them in lye, okay, right? And then they get a little bit soft. We'll put some salt on them, and then we put them in the oven, and they turn that really dark, beautiful brown.
Yeah.
And that is the lye cooking off, so that they're safe. This is Dana. Dana's making the dough for tomorrow, okay?
Hi, Dana.
Here,
Really? I couldn't tell.
yeah.
You making bread?
So he's making
Making dough.
This is our dough for tomorrow. He's making 100 loaves in here.
Look at that.
Okay.
Oh, that's just-
Yeah, so they'll all go in these things, and then we'll do stretch and folds for like 3 hours, and it rises a little bit, and then we put it in the refrigerator overnight, okay? And then I have stuff from yesterday that we'll start with, so it's nice
It's
and
still
fermented.
quite wet when you use it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can see it's already got gluten because it's see
Yeah.
how it stretches,
Yeah.
so it's already starting to develop gluten, which is really nice.
That's
So,
awesome.
and then if we're looking at this, if you stayed for another hour or so, the next thing you can almost see it. It's starting to get bubbles, which is what we want. See that little bubble in there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and there's the two things that we look for is that it has structure, that it's tight, and relaxed, that it forms that. And the second thing is that it starts to get bubbles in it. And then when that's looking like that, we put it in overnight, and that's where you get the flavor from. This is just a mixture of water and lye. We'll do 8 to 12 pretzels at a time, and then when they run out, we replace them. So this is actually, it's a special coarse salt
Coarse salt,
for
yeah.
pretzels, okay?
Yep.
And you have to use pretzel salt. And then we're gonna throw these in the oven. You ready?
Okay.
10 minutes. 10 minutes and they should be ready. If you look out in the case, one of the things that I really feel like we invented here was savory rolls, you know?
Okay.
And so we lay out a piece of sourdough and then we fill it with savory ingredients, roll it up like a cinnamon roll, and then we cut them they're about this big. And so, but how many different flavors do you think we've made since we've been
Oh, a
here?
few dozen.
Yeah,
at
like, you know,
least.
yeah. So today was a steak and cheese, and we did a mushroom and something, and then we did, what was the other one?
Mushroom.
Oh, steak and mushroom.
Yeah, yeah,
What was the vegetarian?
The veggie one I did zucchini, tomato, feta, and caramelized onions. And then there was also just a bacon, cheese, tomato.
Yeah.
That sounds excellent.
Transformation.
Look at them.
wow.
So they, these could another minute, but they're fine. But still, like from what you rolled
Yeah.
until what we did in the back until what we got here.
Yeah.
This is why I love what I do.